Okay.
Go with Bob.
Alright, sorry guys, we had a small problem with Twitter. Twitter apparently canceled us. I guess this was too real of a conversation.
Too real of a conversation.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was my video game playing was too atrocious, so...
I did win the last 2 rounds. And now we're doing a challenge. We don't have any tries and anything like this, so this is one time, that's it.
Okay, so no questions while I focus on taking back my winning
Well, I mean, I'm
status.
still gonna ask you a question. But coins are at stake here.
Okay.
So you could potentially win up to like 50 coins here.
Okay.
Okay? So I don't know which game we're playing. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. So everybody pitches in 7 coins. 24 coins total. Is the math correct?
I think so. What button am I pressing?
Start.
You have to push A? You have to push A. And you have to remember the strongest. Oh! I still. Oh, first place.
Well, now the next time we play that challenge, I'll know how to do it.
Well, there's actually several challenges.
Yeah.
So this is me, like, this was like a special versus event. So going back to the sports question. Are you afraid of, like, something happening during, like, a sports event, like a massive outbreak?
No.
No?
I'm not. You know, we've changed the way, like, just coming from my elementary school perspective, we've changed the way we've done lunch this year because we had to. We changed the way we did our clubs and activities, but this spring we still had clubs, we still had intramurals, middle school still had sports. I think as long as we're taking precautions and being as safe as we can, it is a safe thing at this point, especially now that we're getting a lot of the teenage and adult population vaccinated and we might be getting to that herd immunity point. I think the biggest issue with kids and transmission in schools is...
I'm joking.
Sorry, it's allergies.
I was joking.
I know, like, allergies are the worst thing to have during COVID time. But, you know, like...
Joking.
You're totally distracted.
I'm joking, sorry.
No, I think the biggest problem with the school setting with that is if somebody has symptoms because of the guidelines, you have to quarantine X amount of people, and that's where the disruption is. I'm not concerned there's going to be a huge outbreak. I'm concerned about the disruption from the exclusions for staff and students.
Okay.
Because that's why we ended up going on an adaptive pause in November until January, because I spent the first 2 weeks of November excluding so many kids and teachers, and you know, it was just becoming more disruptive than saying we're going to go full remote and reset for a couple of weeks.
Okay. In this minigame, you have to pick the Russian nesting doll
Yes.
with the most dolls in it.
So
So this right here is just like a practice round. There's no point in falling because it gets hard.
Oh, I had it for a while.
I mean, it gets hard. Like
I had it for a little while.
I have good hand-eye like coordination, but like this, I was just like sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. A.
I'm hitting A. Sometimes it doesn't work when I hit A.
Because you're hitting the other button.
Okay, your controller has letters on it. Mine just have different.
That's
arrows.
true. That's true. That's
It is
true.
not like, and yours is totally different than mine.
Well, it's red. Yours is blue.
No, but the whole setup is different.
Oh.
It's confusing me.
Well, yeah, because you're supposed to hold them
see,
this
now
way.
here's a real shuffle. So now
No. This is still
this
practice.
is still a lottery game.
This is still a practice one. So we're now gonna do the real one.
Okay. Here we go.
Good sign. Gonna go like crazy eyes. See if you Shemmy from Mr. Deeds in here. Just. I'm already lost. I don't know I wasn't even paying attention.
Well, now I lost it because it went to Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I'm gonna win. I'm still gonna win.
Right.
Oh, I came in third place.
Oh, second!
Oh!
Finish.
Did no one actually get it?
Luigi did.
Oh.
Because he's the
Winner.
computer and he has all the answers.
I'm telling you, the computer always wins. Just like the house always wins. Alright. Speaking of like being afraid of like outbreaks and stuff like that, one of my sources has told me that there was an outbreak at Hershey and they didn't tell anyone. Would you withhold information if something like that happened? Or would you try to act as fast as possible? And he didn't find out until the news vans like were outside.
You know, I think all the districts, yes, us too. All the districts have a protocol for informing parents. One of the things that we did at the beginning was draft all of our communications. Like, okay, you were exposed, but nobody is like, you don't need to be excluded.
Yeah.
Or it was in the school, you know, because the. How did you get to me yet?
I'm just lucky.
You know, there's different, and you're gonna get stars because you stole my points. You know, all the districts have their communication protocols, and our goal when we find out about anything is to get it out to families in the most expedient time possible, making sure we have all the basics straight and following the IDPH guidelines. I do know that 214 has they do have a really good protocol for informing families. I can't tell you how many emails I got from my kids with a prospect. Excuse me. So, you know, whenever there was a case, we get an email saying there was a case, but your child's not impacted. The last time the student was in the building was X, and then families of kids who were in close contact, which is more than 15 minutes with a mask or without a mask. You know, all the guidelines change, but we literally have this flow chart. We're like, okay, what category does this person fall into? And I feel like we've done a really good job being transparent with families because families need to know if there's been an exposure because they might have elderly or immunocompromised family members at home, and so that has definitely been a priority for us.
That's a very good answer.
Thank you.
That's a very good answer. So going back to like how the school days and you have those winter days, those extra
Snow days.
the snow days.
Yeah.
There has been rumor going around within the districts. My sources tell me that instead of using those snow days, they're going to be used as remote learning days, and they're going to extend. It's almost kind of like still an extension. So instead of having those days off and then being used later on, they're still going to be used and almost still kind of extend the year. Is that?
No, part of that's true and part of that I think is a misunderstanding that some people have. When we plan our school calendar, we plan it out like 2 years ahead, right? So starting end dates, we look at like dates we're ending, how did I not get to do this? Because I'm in last place. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I want to play this once when you're not asking me questions that I have to think about.
All right, deal. You know what we should play? Wii Golf. I love Wii Golf.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite things. I love it, and I'm like, I get so into it, and it's so much fun, and it's so easy to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Oh, I guess we have to pick like a number. How many All right, so here they're gonna like flash like some stuff, and then you have to guess like the correct number or the correct color or stuff like that. So you kind of have to try and memorize the video.
Oh, it's me versus everybody?
Yeah.
So what do I have to do?
You get to pick, I think, the question. Yeah, you get to pick the question. We get to pick the answer. So you have to try and stomp us on this. I don't even know what you. Okay, so oh look, I'm still the last one. This is still just a practice run.
Oh, good, because I missed the first half of this.
So like I said, like an image is gonna project on there. I have to memorize pretty much everything on there, and then you get 3 questions. You have to pick one, and I have to try and remember.
And you got it right.
I did. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I'm ready for this one. I'm ready. I feel good. And then you just hit this one if you're ready. The top 2. Yeah. Here's a question, and you don't have to answer.
Oh, but I never finished that one about
Oh, okay.
snow days. So, yes. So we're...
Okay. I'm too good at this game. Too good at this game.
Okay, so what's happening right now? Oh!
It gets harder. It's like 4 questions and it gets harder.
So this is my last chance to drop you guys, right?
No, you still have like 2 or 3. You have another question after this. And I wasn't even paying attention to it! What was Koopa Paratrooper Fort carrying?
Oh, so, yeah, so the plan is to use remote learning on snow days so as not to extend the school year, because snow days actually extend the school year. So, while a snow day does sound really good in February, in June, when you have to come back on a Monday and Tuesday because you have 2 snow or cold days, it doesn't.
It's not?
It's not as fun.
No.
It's not as fun. Although I do say, personally, I have mixed feelings because who doesn't love a good snow day?
Who doesn't? Just like waking up a little bit late, being covered in blankets, having like some nice hot cocoa.
Cooking food, hanging out, shoveling all the snow, and
We actually don't shovel, we have a snow blower, whatever.
I just
Did you really?
got a good one, actually.
What kind did you get?
I don't know, I bought it from Greg. Kendall Greg.
Really? Kendall?
Yeah, he's moving to Tennessee, so I bought a snowblower.
We have 2. We have like 2 industrial
Why
kind.
can't I move?
That's where you had to pick. You had to pick which direction
I
you want to go.
didn't know that.
Yeah, you can pick which direction you want to go.
See, I'm still learning. You're gonna be in trouble next time after you stole my points.
Well,
Hey, my other guy hasn't thrown any dice to help me.
he actually has. He has.
I'm not sure about it.
He really has.
I'm
You
not
just
sure
can't
about
see it
that.
because like we have the image of us right up there.
Oh,
So, but yeah, he has.
Somebody's gotta take Luigi down. He's got 30.
Oh, I know.
I'm not pleased.
No, he's in 2nd place. If you get a star, you're gonna be in 2nd place. If someone didn't steal it from you, you can also buy items that help you like roll higher dice. Oh, I should have saved it.
Stomping your feet.
You know what? One of the best movies I've ever seen.
What?
It was John Leguizamo and I forgot the other guy's name. The Mario Brothers movie.
Really?
Yeah, because it was cheesy, stupid, and just plain horrible. That it made it that much better. It was the worst. It was named the worst thing in like cinema history. But in my eyes, it was so bad that it was so good. The actors would actually come into work drunk and do their lines drunk. Everything was just, they were all drunk because they're like, yeah, this is gonna bomb. This is gonna be, it's horrible. It's horrible. But it was stupid and cheesy.
Don't steal from Luigi.
I will steal from Luigi because you have nothing. I'm like the modern day Robin Hood. Steal from the rich and give to the poor. I only stole 6? That was it? That was nothing.
I need a star.
You do. You do.
Well, I would have been able to buy one with somebody else.
Well, as soon as like the entire game ends, they tally up who had the most coins, who had the biggest dice roll, who has the most allies, and you get stars based upon that. So you could still potentially win. Just because I have a star now doesn't mean I could win.
Alright. Fair enough.
What is one thing that you're looking forward to 2022 as an educator?
I am looking forward to starting full in person 5 days a week with all the kids. The loneliest place in the world is an empty school. And you know, and during the summer after everyone leaves, it's always a little weird, but we're getting ready for the next year, so it's like nice and focused. Walking through the school building this year during COVID when we had nobody in there was like, it was depressing. So I'm looking forward to having all my kids back, or most of them. I am looking forward to like maybe having a year that is not constant change and pivoting and like, okay, here's plan B, here's plan C, and like now we're on plan X. You know, it's like,
how many plans do you have to have? Did you have to have last year and this year, like on hand?
Oh, so it was constant.
Really?
It was.
Okay.
Like, so going into next year.
So would you go on record to say you made more changes than Kim Kardashian's husband?
Probably.
Okay.
I would say definitely more. And change is hard. Change is hard, you know, especially when it's not.
That was a stupid thing.
I don't know, but I'm trying not to crack up. I'm trying to keep my composure. I'm doing well.
You're doing quite well.
But no, it's. Yes, it was a lot of change. I love a little bit of normalcy. And, you know, I feel like we ended the year with normalcy. We still had some special events with our kids. We got to close out the year together. And I feel like, you know, kind of just starting off everybody in is going to be great.
So in this round right here, you pretty much just have to hit the balloon that lights up.
Oh.
So it's you versus me, Luigi, and Wario. And you actually have a better advantage than us.
Why?
Well, because you're actually in the center and you can get to like the one that lights up.
This is the practice round.
Yeah, this is the practice round. You only have to hit the balloon once.
Oh, I'm being extra aggressive.
Yeah, you're being I'm
being thorough.
You're being
And I'm hitting the surrounding ones too, just in case. It's not because I can't work the controller properly. It's because I'm being thorough. Haven't you missed me? Come on.
I have missed you. It's been a long time since you and I hung out, and it's like I'm glad we get to do this.
This is
and
awesome.
I thank you for
this
coming.
opportunity. No, I appreciate this opportunity to, you know, obviously education is my passion. It matters to me a lot, and just to be able to talk about it and hang out with you and play some video games is really great.
Education is your passion. You're still doing you're doing your master's at
I'm doing my doctorate.
your doctorate.
I'm
Okay.
doing a doctorate.
How many masters do you have right now? Like
I have 2 masters.
2 masters in English literature.
No, my bachelor's is in English literature. My first master's is in teaching. The second is in leadership. And my doctorate's in educational leadership. Oh, shoot. And
This is still the
distracted.
practice. This is still practice.
Oh, I'm working so hard here! I'm working so hard!
Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Like it's ready.
how do I
So
not
you
say
right
ready?
up here, right up here. Whenever you're ready, you're ready. You know.
No, I'm ready. No,
Alright,
I'm ready.
So guys, you've heard it straight from her. She's got a doctorate, bachelor's, master's. So she knows what she's talking about. She's been on the floor firsthand. She knows everything that's going on. She knows the whole situation with schools and the pandemic and how it has affected her and her staff, the students, and just everybody. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for giving a like, giving a share. Thank you all for subscribing. But we're still gonna keep playing some video games. Oh my god, I swear to, like I couldn't even talk. I was trying like.
Woo! Rosalina wins that round.
Just like Mayweather won last night.
I know, right?
You saw the fight?
I did.
Okay, so it was just stupid. It was dumb.
It was.
It was like one of
It
the
was
worst things.
terrible.
It was so bad. I didn't watch it. I ended up watching the Mexico versus United States soccer game because it was the final. It was for like the world, like the Latin, like for like the United States, Latin America World Cup or some BS. I don't know. I don't even follow it anymore. But
Okay.
I will say this: they robbed Mexico a goal, just like they robbed their land so many years back then.
Really?
Yeah, it was dumb. Mexico should have won. And did you get another ally?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Okay. See, now you get a star for like allies. Now you have 3 dice, so you can like.
Damn.
All right. I gotta focus on this game. Focus. No, anyway, so it was just it was stupid because I was ashamed, mostly because like it was held in Colorado. It was like a huge turnout. Like I think the stadium was kind of packed.
Okay.
And the one of the things that I didn't see is people wearing masks. And I was like, come on, guys. But not only that, when the fans got upset, they were throwing bottles at the players. And it's just like, guys, we already have a bad rep. Try to act classy a bit. You know, but I'm just kind of glad I bet on United States to win. Easiest $200 I ever made.
I'd like an easy $200 right now. I'll tell you.
You should go to a casino.
That didn't work out.
No? I mean, I won 200 at the slots today. I did. I'm a good luck charm.
Really?
At Emerson's.
Not my lucky place.
I literally, I have on my Snapchat. You can see it. There's this game. It's so good. I don't know why I stopped playing it. My girlfriend was like, "You put like $40 in. Cash out." I was like, "All right." That's why I love her. She's smart. She knows when, you know.
She's the voice of reason. I can't wait to meet this woman.
You will. She's a lot of fun. You'll love her. She's a pharmacist for Northwest Community Hospital, and she loves Lord of the Rings. Oh, son of a! Is this your trick? You're distracting me now.
No,
You're the one distracting
I'm
me.
not distracting
You're the one
I'm not
distracting.
distracting you. I'm just waiting for my turn to go and trying to find a star because I don't have any stars.
Well, you have to go. So you're up here. You have to go this way and then up, just like the Luigi's. So, being a parent and also being an educator, how hard was it for you sending your kids back to school? Was it hard? Was it easy?
I wanted them to go back to school.
Were you just like,
once-
get out of here?
No.
Were you one of those parents?
No. Well, yes, but no. Actually, no. I'm gonna say that. Everyone always gives teenagers a bad rap, but I have teenagers, right? And this pandemic.
You have wonderful kids. I've met them before. They're
Thank
really
you.
wonderful.
They are wonderful. My
I know your
children are
oldest
wonderful.
just graduated from Prospect High School.
Yes, he did.
Congratulations to him. I know your youngest, very talented. Last time I spoke with her, she's very talented with like cooking. I don't know what else she's doing. I haven't talked to her since last time you and I spoke. But wonderful kids, by the way.
No, it was great having them home. Everyone gives teenagers a bad rap, but you know what? Like, my kids are awesome, and it was kind of a blessing to. Oh, my whole team just moved out. Good thing
So-
it was practice.
Yeah. So since you have allies,
Yeah.
you have more chances to win any game. That's the cool thing about it. So thank God this is just practice. So you can pick whatever area you
And
want.
there's a red danger panel.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Oh, so you just want to stay like right next to a line.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Okay, that's one of the tricks. But you have 2 extra characters.
But they all fell together.
Well, like I said, this is just practice. Whenever you're
Let me
ready.
do one practice. But where is the danger?
The danger panel is the highlighted area.
Oh, okay.
So you wanted your kids out.
Oh no! I just wanted them to go back to school to have some normalcy with their friends and their peers. Like that is definitely what they needed. But like this whole pandemic, like it was awesome. I would never have had my teenagers home as much as they were home for that year, and so it was a good chance for us to oh no, I just ran right into it. To bond and hang out, and you know, I know it was tough for a while, but like it was good to hang out with them. But I did want them to go back to school just to like kind of be with their peers, to be honest with you.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready. Sorry.
Got hit both of them. So this was a blessing and a curse at the same time.
I think it was for all of us. Like it really was. You know, whether we're talking about education, our personal lives, our own thoughts, our whatever. Oh no!
Oh! No, you still got two up there though.
No, but I was trying to run back the other way. I think there are great lessons that can be learned from it, and there are things that we should keep, and there are things we should not keep. And that's where I go with it. Oh.
I know to me, this whole pandemic was a curse. My dad, personally speaking, my dad was in the hospital for about 2.5 weeks. It was very severe, and he didn't tell us this until like after a month he got released. That doctors at one point they were like, "You should probably settle your affairs." So he didn't tell us that, and you know it was hard. And then everything was. Then my mom had COVID. My brother had COVID twice, and who cares about him? No, I love my brother very much, and you know. And then I had COVID as well, and it was very, very painful. And it was one of those it's one of those things you don't wish your worst enemy to have, you know.
No, you know. Thankfully I never had it, but I will tell you that.
Look at that, plus 11.
Plus 11. So now what do I need to do?
You go up there. If you want, you can actually view the map.
How do I go?
Right here. You can view the map, push this button, and now you can use the joystick to like look around, and it'll tell you the stars up there.
Okay, so then I move by pressing what button?
So you go back by pushing this button, and then that's the area you want to go, where the arrow's going. And then you go up.
So is it going to take me to the right one spots?
Right here is a shop, yeah. It's a shop. You can buy items, you know, mushrooms, the regular
Those
mushroom.
are not legal.
Not yet. Ladies and gentlemen, here at Retro Gaming, Modern Thinking, we don't promote drugs or anything like that.
What are the different ones?
But do it at your own risk. They're awesome. Sorry. Okay, so the red one is just a regular dice. It gives you up to a +5.
Okay.
The purple one, you can give it to a player, and it gives them -5. The golden one gives you +10, or like, you know, something ridiculous.
Okay. So now I return to.
You get the star. You're gonna be in first place because you have X amount of money now. I think you have more money than me now. Was it only 10 stars?
It's only
10 coins? Fuck.
Hey! Woo! You got a star!
Oh, I'm in first place.
You're still in first place because I bought.
It's not gonna matter though, because you have 2 allies. You won the most games. You're literally gonna win, which is. Can't even feel you to see. I've yet to win a game in this game. Have you done any sports growing up?
I did. I was in. I was a swimmer for a little while in high school, and then I did the marching band, color guard, Prospect. Prospect Marching Nights is the premier in the country, and I was fortunate to be part of it.
Were you at Prospect when I think there was like a soccer team that came in and burned down like the gym or something like that. No?
I don't know that was ever there. Definitely was not in my tenure, but I'm pretty.
Well, my sister, she's old, and that happened in her youthful days. Okay, cool. I thought I went the wrong way. Hell yeah, I'm gonna buy another star. Actually, in the last 5 rounds, they up the star value and they do harder challenges. So you lose more coins, you can lose stars, you lose a lot more. So it does get progressively harder.
Oh, I was
in first place! Okay. Since you were a swimmer and you did sports, what advice do you have to student athletes? Especially now where things have to be more carefully monitored and they themselves have to not just take care of themselves but just keep a close eye around other people. Like,
yeah, I mean, I would say, like, you know, if we ever, hopefully, we're not going to, like,
knock on wood.
To a different
That's
phase,
plywood.
But I had such a coherent thought in my head.
Okay.
But you know, like, just because you don't have organized practices, if you don't have that, like, don't give up on your fitness, don't give up on your training. There are ways to do things at home. You know, my son was an athlete, and he had decided not to play football going into senior year before all of this happened. But he was still keeping up on his fitness for his own goals. So, like, you definitely just keep up on that for your mental and physical health. And then, you know, when you're doing some organized sports, just make sure you're following the guidelines. And I know that we all don't love wearing masks, but if wear them and keep each other safe so you can continue to play and excel.
If you don't mind me asking, what was his reasoning not to going into his senior year playing football? Was it more of like a personal thing or educational thing, or did he just not feel like colleges would be looking at that right now?
No, I think it was for his personal goals. His goal was not to go to college and play college ball. He had some different goals, and he was worried about possibly getting injured and that detracting from his goals moving forward. And it was a hard decision because I love watching him play, but he made the best decision for him, and it turned out it was the right decision. Anyway, what are we doing here?
Oh, okay. So, yeah, we got to strap on for this one. Strap on, and then you have to hold both these buttons right up here and then toss. I think. Yeah. Throw the ball. Okay, so while pressing. Okay. What the hell?
Aww. This is situated here. No, that's not right.
No.
Top button.
Top button. I'm trying. Okay.
Get it all the way up high.
Okay, there you go.
How do you get it up high?
Okay, so it really just depends how hard like you swing down. By the way, also shout out to our future firefighters, first responders, real heroes, because I know that's what your son is interested in.
That's why
so
he didn't.
I kind of figured, yes. So thank you very much. I don't want to say his name. Is it okay?
No, not yet. He's not 18.
Okay.
Then he
So
can gift
okay. Thank you, Tracy's son, for thinking of others before thinking of yourself, because I know a lot of responders that's actually their main concern. So thank you very much. Putting your life on the line, and just being there for everybody else. That's very noble of you. Which is So I try to keep up. I try to keep up.
There you go.
But it's very admirable of him to do that, and it's also one of those things where it makes you think, as a parent, how worried and how much is it gonna eat you up inside, knowing he's always gonna be putting his life on the line?
You know what? He is the carefulest kid he can be. He will be safe. He's spent a lot of time around firehouses with his dad and his uncle growing up, and
You get another star?
I think so.
Alright. Just tell my girlfriend. Send it back. Send it back.
Send it back.
But you were saying?
No, I think it's always my ex-husband was a firefighter. He was gone a lot of the time. I always worry when he was gone because it's a job that has risks and can be really dangerous. But those risks are they're worth it for the service. And this has been my son's goal and his passion, and I will support him.
To follow in
in
his
pursuing
father's
it.
footsteps.
Yeah, well, and just to give back and help, and I'll support him in pursuing it, no matter what. He's my boy.
I wish my son would grow up with that kind of mentality. Just not looking at it as a job or like something like that as a job. It's just kind of like doing the right thing to help, a person.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's a calling, and he has it, and it's a great thing. And I have two great kids, and I just appreciate their empathy and kindness for people.
You raised them right.
Yeah, it's also intrinsic. I try my best, but it's also intrinsic.
Well, whenever I saw you interact with your kids, like it was always at the most positive, most upbeat, view in my eyes. So I kind of gonna take some stuff from you.
Anytime you can pick my brain anytime.
Thank you very much. As a future parent, it's kind of concerning to me knowing that my kids are going to be at risk at schools, whether it be bullies, a pandemic, virus, or anything like that, or something even worse. What measures do you take to try and prevent stuff like that?
Say that again?
As a future parent, it worries me thinking, especially nowadays, that my kids are at risk for like bullies, viruses, or something even worse. Which, those are the days where like I'm not as religious as I should be, but like I'll pray to God and be like, I hope nothing happens. What measures do you or your district take to try and prevent such?
Well, in terms of COVID and the pandemic, we follow all the IDPH guidelines. We have mitigation efforts.
You follow CDC rules, right?
Well, we follow IDPH, the Illinois
IDPH,
Department
okay.
of Public Health, which takes from the CDC. We follow that, and then the guidance from the State Board of Education. We have an amazing custodial staff who is constantly cleaning high-touch surfaces throughout the day.
I actually have friends that work for your district as a custodial staff, and
Oh, yeah?
yeah, they are very thorough, and I'm surprised. I got reached out. I was like, "Hey, man, I have a bathroom that needs cleaning, or like my bedroom needs." I was like, "They're like, nah."
Yeah, but yeah, so like in terms of that, I feel confident that our facilities are clean and sanitary. In terms of like the social conflict and bullying, we have like a whole social emotional learning curriculum we use with kids. We use PBIS, we intervene, we try to talk through things with kids. We have a school psychologist and a social worker that supports kids. So we're really in tune with what the kids are doing. But the base part of that is just like that classroom community and building that community with kids and the teacher, because
Is this a new item that has just been put in place? Because I don't remember that being kind of set when I was in school psychologist or a special program such as that.
You probably just didn't notice them. They were always there. But it's more visible. It's more in the mainstream, and it's viewed more as like a tier one. This is available for everybody.
Okay.
Because we all have a bad day, right? Like
Yeah.
sometimes we all need a minute, or we all need to have structure, and we all need to have a system for dealing with our disagreements. So it's very much you're so correct. It's much more embedded into the day-to-day of school than it ever has been before.
What do you say to like parents that's have grown up like generation like X? It's like, you know, bullying is kind of like a tradition kind of thing. It helps you build character.
Well, shockingly, I'm a Gen X parent. Right? I'm old. We've already established that.
Well, I'm actually kind of close. I'm actually kind of close. Oh, well, yes.
You were 6 years off, right?
Well, 88. I was born in 88.
Yeah. I was born in 75.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so.
You know, but here's the thing. Yes, I think that was a prevailing attitude before, and things weren't taken seriously. But I think we can also see the damage some of that has done, and that's not. This is gonna explode my ear a couple of times.
Ah.
And so is Luigi.
Am I?
Wait, where am I?
Why do I only have 1 star? I had 2 stars.
I just took them, but where am I?
You're safe. Holy crap! This is what. Oh, there's no way I'm gonna catch up anymore.
No, but I think that prevailing attitude has changed, and like there is a difference. The problem is we can't swing the pendulum too far the other way. Like there's a difference between social conflict, which is a normal part of growing up, and bullying, which is pervasive, continued power imbalance. You know, there are certain things, right? So you have to educate all kids about their social conflict and be like, yeah, that's not how we talk to people. That's not how we do things. But when there are things that are crossing the line, it needs to be dealt with. And you're right, there are some parents who think, why is this a big deal? But it is a big deal. Oh man, he took all my stuff, or my coins.
You're still in first place.
It doesn't matter, he took all my coins.
I like how we go from like
No,
something so serious and then so,
I know,
then
but
go
no,
back.
but it is
It is.
interesting. It's there's a generational piece and there's a cultural piece too. You know, I work in a pretty diverse district, and families from different cultures have different ways of thinking and feeling about these things and dealing with them, and that's another piece that I have to be cognizant of as a school administrator. Like, what perspective are they coming from? What is their experience? How do I communicate with them and meet them in the middle so we can help the kids, and not just I'm putting this is the way I think about it on other people. Like, and that's I think the biggest thing in our society. If we took a few minutes to just understand the perspective somebody else was coming from, even if you didn't agree with them, things would be maybe a lot better.
All right, so in this
And
game,
that's
it's
all I
called.
gotta say about that.
I mean,
Forrest Gump.
and
Oh, but this
I
is.
love Forrest Gump. This is one of the
Okay, how do I punch?
the A button.
Well, this is.
You try to knock them out of the ring,
Oh, I see.
but because you have so many allies,
Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
you
I'm
have
busy.
so many chances. I have 0, so 1 punch I'm out. I have to like knock you out 4 times. Oh, see, I'm already out.
All right, I'm ready.
Did you know that in Forrest Gump, in every picture that he takes, he has his eyes closed?
Oh.
Yeah, even the cutouts of him with the ping pong paddle, like he has his eyes closed. In Forbes magazine, eyes closed.
Oh, okay.
I think, and it was just one of those like things where it's like a person who is like a person of his stature. Okay, so you're like, I want to win already.
I'm gonna win.
But I don't know if you ever noticed that. Like there was like so many like hidden things in Forrest Gump. that not a lot of people notice.
No, I need
I knew it was gonna get knocked out.
No!
You got this, Tracy. You got this.
I got this!
You got this.
Come on! Okay, one more. Ah!
And you were worried that the computer stole your coins. Come on now.
It's all good.
Come on. Phones. Growing up, phones in school were never an issue.
Because we didn't have them. Because they had their own little, like, cooler pack thing that you used to carry them around in.
Yeah, you had the old cooler pack. My first phone was like a Nokia flip phone, and I thought it was the coolest thing because it had like a camera on the front panel and had like a little screen, and it was like an 8-bit like digital like black and gray thing. And everybody's like, dude, that's so cool, that's so cool. Nowadays, everybody has an iPhone or an Android, and they're everywhere. How hard is it to keep phones away from students? Is it still like a huge problem, or do you just accept it? Or you're just like, whatever? Is your staff just like, if I see a phone out, it's getting taken away, or are they not giving them credit for anything like that? For like,
I think it's different. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, because it's the last like 5 rounds or something like that.
Okay.
So things change, items change. There's gonna be more red spots. It's gonna get a little bit harder.
This is really difficult.
You're winning right now.
Okay, so back, right?
I don't know.
So now I need to go this. How do I get out of this?
B. This one right here.
That's not
There you go. No, go back. There you go. And just push A right there. So phones, is it still a problem in school?
Yeah, I mean in elementary school, not as much because they have to keep them in their backpacks. They can't have them out.
Well, I imagine for like elementary school, it's mostly like.
High school is different. It's probably an issue for high school teachers. I think part of what they need to do is get the kids to use them as learning tools rather than.
Is that your 2 cents? It's like.
Do I have the answer for how to do that? Absolutely not.
But no, that's actually that was actually a great response. That was a great answer. Use them as a learning tool, not just as a distraction.
But now they have one-to-one devices, so do they really need them? That's the issue.
I think nowadays phones have become such an institute in our lives that it's one of those necessities that you just can't overlook. It's become such a norm that everybody needs a cell phone, and it's just like one of those things where it's like everybody just needs one.
I agree with that too.
You know,
I agree.
you have, certain things that could arise. You have emergencies. You have.
Why do they keep calling me that?
Okay.
They keep saying the same thing.
So here, let me see your. Okay.
Fix it. So we can play.
Okay, so you're going back. Okay, here we go. This is still your turn. Okay.
But I don't know how to get out of this loop of.
Okay, here we go. Ah, okay. There you go. You were up on the board. There you go. You're up on the dice now. Okay. So, what is one of the newest things that schools or in your district has implemented that is still something you're getting accustomed to? Besides sanitation, like hand sanitizers.
You know, I think the hardest thing is to try to remember to maintain distance from each other, because that is not in our nature.
It's
We're
not.
all as humans, and it's not in our nature as teachers. We are all in it together. The kids are in it together, and it's been better now that we're from 6 feet when possible to 3 feet when possible.
I do know
We have the tendency to get too close to each other.
we have to get this close.
Yes, but I'm vaccinated.
Me too. I have my medical card. I'll even.
Mine's in my house. Come on, I got mine back in front.
I figured you would. That's why I asked you out to be part of this. But I do know that schools have implemented kind of like what airports do. Kind of like the lanes, where it's like, red means this way. You have to stay, and still keep a distance from people. My nephew, he goes to Hersey High School, and as soon as they went back to school, it was in groups. Did your school do that too?
Yeah. We started out with. Now, do I go here?
Whichever way you want to go. You can view the map to see wherever the star is. It's right down there. Okay. Like whatever.
Whatever I get.
Whatever you get.
Bad
Oh,
luck
you got a bad
space.
luck space. Let's see what you got.
Stop the roulette wheel.
Oh, Tracy, you've never been more generous as you are now. Thank you very much.
Man.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
It's been awesome. I feel like this game is gonna go on for a little bit longer. We don't have that much time left. Is there anything you want to say to like parents or students? Give a shout out to anyone.
Definitely. I give a shout out to all the students who have made it through this past year. Like the perseverance, flexibility, the just amazing things I've seen from kids has been awesome this year. And once we got kids back in the building, like it was just, especially at my level, they're so happy to be there. So like they've worked through a really hard time in their lives. And to all the school staff out there, I know that this has been the most difficult year that we have ever had in education. We're tired. Enjoy your summer, recharge, and hopefully things will go back to normal in the fall, or as close to it as possible.
Well, Tracy Mazier, thank you for being a part of Retro Gaming Modern Thinking. I'd like to give a special shout out to Rosy Rosario La Rosa de Morelos, Cuernavaca. Sí. Muchas gracias, Rosy Rosario Urostico. Thank you very much. And also thank you to our sponsor, Truly. This truly can't be truly this delicious. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you again next time.
Take care.
This is